Okay, welcome back. So this is the third parity that I'm going to solve today, or I'm going to explain this. This is called as the flip edge parity, and this happens very frequently in a 4x4. I have seen this happening in a 4x4 very frequently, even when we solve the edges. Generally, one or two will go, and we may not even notice that. We will have to make sure that we are having a parity and then fix it before we move forward. Otherwise, you're not going to have the cube solved properly. So, in a 4x4 and a 6x6, when we face a situation where you have the color swap, for example, the orange, the yellow should be facing you, the red should be on the top, it is just the other way. So, how do we solve this? This can be easily solved with a set of formulas that I explained in my last clip for solving 4x4. You can go to that clip 12 where I have solved this, but this is going to be a detailed explanation of how we do it. So in such cases, keep the edge to be flipped in front of you, and it's in the top pivotal position where you have it on the top as well as in the front, and keep this place where you want to flip, and then you do the following algorithm. And keep in mind, whenever I say a r or a r, small r, this is what I mean, because it is not this. So this is a small r and this is the capital R. And you need to be aware that when I say the third layer, it is the third layer. When I say the second layer, it is the second layer. So if you mix them, you will have more issues. So keep that and follow it closely so that you understand it. First, you need to flip this. You need to bring this down, and then for every action on the right, every action on this right piece, you will do a u2, right? You will do this. And for every action on the left, you will do a f2, right? Only f2. This is f2. I'm trying to bring it back so that you get to the previous position. So you do an f2. So what I'll do is I'll do this layer first. I will move this down, and then I'll do a u2, and then I'll move this layer down, do an f2, move this layer up, f2, then I'll move this from here to here and then do a u2, move this from here to here and then do a u2, and then move this from here to here. So it may not be easy for you to follow and visualize it. When you do this, please take a note of it and then follow. I'll also put it in the description, but you can follow it. So first you do a r prime, which is the smaller. So r prime. Keep in mind the last should come back. So when I do this, I did not do like this. I did not do this. I rather did this and then moved it back. So only this layer comes. So this is r prime. Whenever I do an r, you do a u2. And then I'm going to do an L, which is like this way. So you do this L. And whenever I do an L, the third layer, the second layer, I do a F2. Now I want to move this layer up. So again, it's an L prime, which is only the second layer. I move this back, then do an F2. Now you have done the front layer. So now your next task is you need to, again, you have to move this layer to the next. So what you do is R2, and remember to bring it back, and then you do, whenever you do an R2, you do an U2, then you do an R, and then U2, then you do an R prime, and then you do an U2. Okay, now you do a, again, this has to come here. So what you do is F2, and then you do completely move this up, and then do an F2. So now you see that the actual parity is gone, right? The flip parity that you had, the red was facing you, the yellow was facing top. It has just flipped. So if you want to do a flip, again, you want to do the parity, the same formula. What you do before to solve it will actually create the parity. So I'm going to do it once and then I'll use the same method. But please follow it. I'll do it as normally that I need to, so that you can follow it. So I do this R, then U2, then L, and then F2. This again L prime, then F2, then R2, U2, R, U2, R prime, U2, F2, R2, F2. So you see that the parity has been created. Now again, how do we solve this? Do the same thing. Keep in mind this is capital R, right? R prime U2 L F2 L prime F2 R2 U2 R U2 R prime small r capital R U2 then F2 R2 F2. That's it. You are able to now see that this flip edge parity is also solved. So this is very very important for you to solve a 4 by 4 or for a 6 by 6. Again, when I do the 4 by 4 I use 1. When I do a 6 by 6 I will do 3. So this is like this. For example, I can show you this. This is your R prime, capital R prime. So this is this, both the things will come. Same way, when you do this L, you'll use these two. So that way you will get exactly the same results as what you did for one edge. One pieces in 4 by 4. Here it will be 2 2. That's it. That's the only difference. But the same algorithm will hold good for this also. Okay. So try this out in 4 by 4 and 6 by 6 and then see if that helps. As we discussed today, there are three types of parity. One is the 3 by 3 where the edges get swapped and the corners also get swapped, and this is helpful for 3 by 3 and 5 by 5 when there is only one piece that is changing. This is first type of parity. The second is when only the edges are swapped for the 4 by 4 while the corners are intact. This is the second type of parity that we solve. Third is the edge got flipped, just reverse. So we did address all the three parities today that I am aware of. I am not aware of any other parity. So in case anyone has any other parity, I would be glad to learn and know. As I used to say, Rubiks has a lot of challenges and so many things that I don't know for that matter. So what I'm trying to share is what I know. So these are the three parities that we discussed today. Feel free to give me a comment and also subscribe to my channel for all the updates on the new videos that I'm uploading, so you are also aware of it. And again, thanks for all the new subscribers who have joined, and have a wonderful day there. Thank you all. Bye bye.